What's the rush?
Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It's your main man Kop here. We are back with another episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So, last time, we found out from the Bloody Baron all we needed to know about his daughter, and we ran around and did some stuff. Now we're going to run around and do some more stuff. Just so you know, I went and played against some no-name merchants, some Gwent, and cleared off some notice boards so that we could get more question marks. See, we got a whole bunch more question marks now. There's still a bunch more notice boards I need to clear off, but they're really, really huge in here, and I avoided a bunch of exclamation points because I figured we'd do them together. But right now, we're going to go and talk and find this witch. So, let's, first off, let's go to this notice board. Let's see what we've got here. Contract, Jenny O' the Woods. Hark! Some devilry's taken hold of our fields. Something neither spirit nor phantom. Old Will swears on his mother's grave it's like to be Jenny O' the Woods. Whether it is or it ain't, be careful and don't go out into the fields alone, and most certainly not without scythe or rake in hand. But if you've the courage to drive the foul thing off, you'll receive a handsome reward. Molko, Alderman of Midcops. Contract Jenny O' the Woods. Oh, and there are a few books and maps and things that I've got we can read before we get into the meat of the episode, just to clear them off our plate. Albert Kersmith's second map. There are more location marks with the cat's head's pictogram than we had suspected, and each remains identical to the one we found in the caverns under Temple Isle in Novigrad. I've marked the locations in this map. Albert Kersmith, adjunct to National History at the Oxenford Academy. Christiana and Isidore. Christiana did not care a whit for her stepmother's admonitions. She would toss off her ragged foot wrappings and walk barefoot instead. She would wear a Kobiri lace and batik knickers under her rough hair shirt. And when dusk fell and the other novices dutifully went to offer their evening prayers, she would slip off quietly and run down to the bay, where Isidore awaited her. The merry devil was thick as a barn, had hooves instead of feet, but Christiana liked him all the same, more than anyone else in the world. For him, she broke off her betrothal and defied her family's will. She knew that if the bond was ever discovered, both she and Isidore would be burned at the stake, and so in the dark hours of night, she planned their escape. Religion and life. And should we thus submit our life to religion, or should we interpret religion so that it serves our lives instead? There are many schools there. There are as many schools as there are philosophers, as many stories as there are human beings, and let us not forget elven beings, nor dwarven, halfling, gnomish, or any other such sapient creature familiar with the quandaries of the soul. I, for my part, having survived now more than 120 years, vodka and radishes work wonders, lend no credence to anyone who claims differently, can swear with all certainty that there is no way to reconcile everyone at once, and what pleases one will provoke whinging and sulking in another, and will undoubtedly cause a third to reach for the knife, if it dares depart from his known narrow world view by so much as a hair. What then are we to do? How should we live? Why, as we like, and as our soul urges, disregarding all the brains and philosophers and ethicists, those contained in this tome included. Disregard them as we would fairy tales or old wives' legends. Albert Kersmith's first map. While conducting studies under the guidance of Professor Slavko Atimstein, I happened across 4 places where carved engravings portrayed the sign of the cat school of witchers could be found. All these pictograms are identical to that which we discovered in the caverns beneath the Temple Isle in Novigrad. I have marked them on the map. Albert Kersmith, adjunct to Natural History, Oxenford Academy. Contract Monster in the Cemetery. Contract Beast of Honorton. God knows what on. Gwent looking for new players. We know that one. Contract Shrieker. Who may concern. Yeah, seen that. Missing soldiers. So there's some soldiers missing. Okay, well, you know what? It's 2 a.m. So before we do anything else, let's meditate until about 9 a.m. And then people will actually be out and about. Like this merchant can sell crap too. And maybe play
an amulet, a bazaar, some tortoise shells.
What else you have on offer?
Corpse teeth and kidney stones. Tried remedies for trying times.
Well, let's sell him some stuff. White wolf hide. Now let's see what kind of Gwent cards he's got. Poor bloody infantry. 20. Oh, yes, yes. That is so useful, you have no idea. Okay, we got those 3. I suppose I should show you a game of Gwent.
Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad.
So, we're going to keep with Northern Realms. We're going to add the Dragon Hunters. Which means we can get rid of one unit that only... a unit that gives us less than 5. Why do we have 3 Kedwenny Siege Experts? Definitely get rid of a Kedwenny Siege Expert. We need a second commander's horn either. Just one will do. Let's start the game. Don't need a second decoy. Don't need a Kedwenny Siege Expert. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh, it's a monster deck. Joy. You. Let's put Sheila the Tanzanella out. Actually, let's pull the best back. Force him to... Oh, he's past, has he? The thing about monster decks is they will always have one card that remains on the field. So let's pass. Win or lose, they get to keep one card on the field. Let's hope it's a little one. And it's the highest low one they had there. Joy. Pump it up, pump it up. Campaign. Talking about sunshine and rain. He's trying to reduce the number of cards I got for the final round. The thing about monster decks is they've got these cards that pull a bunch of other cards onto the board, either from their hand or from their deck. Nice. And really, because I've got the Commander's Horn, I have no advantage. And he has a rather considerable one. Like, see that card he just played, the Crone? If he had had any of the other Crone cards in his deck or his hand, it would have pulled them onto the board for free. If he has any other vampires, it would have pulled him on the board there for free. Just waiting for him to have something that'll pull a bajillion-y monsters on there. There we go. He had one other Necker. I said Necker. Don't need any. Don't need any emails. That's okay. Go like that. Now I'm still winning. That's interesting. I mean, I'm still winning. I'm still going to win. But what if I did this and used the commander's one? And then use the leader's card. Clear off that weather effect. Destroyed him. Woo! I got 10 grounds. Well, it says 20, but 10 of those were mine anyway. And got an elven skirmisher, which is useless.
Will you go with me to the shrine?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Chanting them.
There's so much here, I'm just itching to run into every single house in
me
the loop,
husband
but
went
we're
to
trying
him.
to keep
All
this
he does is sit
a lore
outside,
playthrough,
pick his
so
teeth. Don't help with anything anymore.
I'll loot another
You
time.
ain't safe less you got a Gabrielle. The auto-crank one-handed Gabrielle ensures you get the first shot and the last word.
See, he's hawking a weapon, but he's an armorer. Let's see what he's got in his inventory.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Edwin Grelloff's second map, Edwin Grelloff's first map. Let's get those two. 'Cause you know I like the maps. They open up. Oh, I have some swords I could sell him, I suppose. They're not worth a lot, but yeah, let's sell them swords. Gwent.
How about you take a break from hawking? We play cards instead.
You consider these couple of rounds of Gwent your tax to get to the lore. Yeah. Sounds good to me. This is a nice card. I wish I had more of that card. Bring something back from the discard pile. Right there's Sabrina Legacy. Hey there, Bess. Trying to get him to play any spies that he's got so that I can pull them off and play them back at him. Pull off Sabrina Glettison here. Maybe he'll play another card. Yes. He won that round. And he's not going to want to play anything because he's got fewer cards than I do. On the other hand. But on the other hand. Oh wow. He's really going for it. Okay, Kirametz. Can't stop because he's got the first round win. I have to wait for him to pass the stop. Oh, that's trash. See, he forced me to play another card, which means I have fewer cards than he does. Especially because I've got the commander's horn, right? However, one can always buy that. Oh, you like the middle field, do you? I know I like the middle field. That's where I've got my dragon hunters. Yeah, I don't think I'll fall into that trap. He wants me to put expensive stuff in the midfield so that he can scorch it. And scorch is something that will take out any card that is of the highest amount. So if it was played right now, any card that was 6 would get taken out. Let's play 1 Dragon Rider. Let's play 1 Ballista. I got you. Here's why having 2 Dragon Riders is really nice. They double each other. And here's why having a Commander's one is really nice. It doubles an entire row. So 10 crowns. Asir Var Anid? Anahid? That sounds like an Imperial card. Let's have a look. There's that Elven Skirmisher. I almost have enough cards to start playing Elfguard. I won't.
Hair white as curd. Ah, curd.
Yeah,
I'll look at the spot.
Never visit the witch myself. I've my elf, thank the gods. For the rest,
Let's start
well,
out.
she can't beat bread from
This
stone
witch.
either.
Oh, come on.
Should send him back to the witch. Might cure him of laziness.
Greetings, ma'am.
Good day to you, sir. Need something?
I'm looking for this witch you speak of.
Got a matter for your village witch. Know where I can find her?
I don't bother with her myself. Ask my man. He'll know. Twerked his back so bad last week he could hardly move. So I sent him to the witch. Came back sprightly as a foal.
Where is he?
In the yard, no doubt. Pain's gone, but Sleuth's setting now. Should be hunting foxberries to feed our young uns. Marion's lad, and that man, he knows how to provide for his family. Caught some water rats last. They had food for days.
Talk to the peasant who visits the witch often.
Good day. Heard you know where to find the local witch.
Who told you that?
Your wife.
Daft wench. Leave me be and don't listen to that nattering sow. We've not had a witch, shaman, nor cunning wench in ages.
I don't have delusion level 1 yet.
You're hard at
Smack
work.
into that next
Won't
time I get
interrupt.
point. Let's
Kiddies? You tried to charm him? Which you love which I didn't ask much for it either.
The storm, damn it. Ought to be able to find the witch now.
we go looking for the witch.
We're catching snails.
Supposed to be a large stone near the pond. boulder. Now right, and onto the cart.
But they do give red mutagens. And with my current build, I can really use a red mutagen. What's our green mutagen? That helps no one. What's our blue mutagen? That helps no one.
The cart. Witch's hut is somewhere nearby.
Miss, cows are wheezing, won't rise from the barn floor. Pus streams from her snout.
Do I look like a dairymaid to you?
No, miss, but you know things. 'Tis our last cow. None other left in the village.
Rest died of hunger, or soldiers let him off. Oh, we're as good as dead without her.
I shall give you herbs. Mix them with water drawn from the spring at midnight, then make the cow drink them. But first, you must clean out your barn. Thoroughly. Is that clear?
Thank you, miss. 1,000 thanks.
Enough. I've had my fill for the day. Go home.
She's in a bad mood. Let's come back on.
Guess we need to ransack the home of the local witch.
In a proper fury. Needs a man.
Anyone home? Ordinary ointment. Nothing special.
Recipe for black eyeliner. When deprived of professional products, one can mix up black eyeliner from crushed medicinal charcoal mixed with fresh egg yolk and a drop of lavender oil to keep contaminants at bay. Store the eyeliner in a cool place for at most 3 days, then make a new batch because the old one has surely rotted. Ingest the remaining medicinal charcoal where it can only do you good. I'm not sure I would recommend that. I'm not sure. Ooh, let's read those maps we got. Plowing syphilitic son of a poxy whore. I lost the first map I prepared for Professor Adam Stein in a game of Gwent. I must now return to my base camp near the tomb under Crookback Hills to start anew. Meanwhile, I will mark the further points of interest on this map. Edwin Greloff, adjunct in natural history at the Oxenford Academy. After being recruited by Professor Slavko Atomstein to join his research group, I began to study of the Griffin School of Watchers. My base of operation was in the tomb under Crookback Hills. The professor claimed this was the final resting place for one of the Griffins, and wished to find a way inside it. I quickly discovered a range of places of interest, each marked with a pictogram in the shape of a Griffin School Witcher medallion. I've marked these points on the map. Edwin Greloff, adjunct in natural history, Oxenford Academy. So yeah, we've got a bunch of quests to do, scavenger hunts for cat school gear, griffin school gear. Every time we buy one of those treasure maps, that's what that is.
Where's she run off to? Managed to amass quite a book collection.
Can I take said book collection? Letter to Alexander. Darling, I'm writing you because you... Start over again. Darling, I'm writing because you must be worried that I'm still angry. Silly man, you must know full well I never hold a grudge long. I forgive you. It's all because of that secretiveness of yours. Is it so strange for me to take an interest in your plague research? I adore watching you at work in your tower. Please, you still refuse to discuss the results of your experiments with me? Please don't deny me that small pleasure. If Rasad doesn't need you tomorrow evening, come see me. We'll clear everything up over a glass of wine, or two, or more. Your K. Yeah, she be... she'd be romancing somebody.
Don't often see baubles like this in Velen.
And that skull. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I'm more interested in what's going to be down here. There's got to be some loot. Oh, yes, loot. Back up the ladder we go. Well, the only thing left to look at is the skull, so let's have a look at that.
Powerful aura. Must be some artifact or... So this is where she disappeared to. Well, nice.
I was wondering how long it would take you, Geralt. I'm upstairs. Don't be shy.
Oh, I won't be shy. You can bet on it. Although I think I may need to learn how to blur out things now. Yep. The time has
Greetings,
come.
Witcher.
Oh dear. Oh
Missed a
my.
spot.
Where? Hope you didn't come to Gore.
No. To talk.
Turn around and wait.
Nope. Oh, all right.
Kira Metz, deep in the heart of Velen. Thought you hated the countryside.
I can assure you I do. Now more than ever.
Heard a witch lived out here. Never would have guessed it was King Foltest's former advisor.
I'm so pleased the world's still able to astound you, Geralt. I actually envy you that sense of wonder. Common in children, knights errant, and morons.
Someone's grown irritable. Is that any way to greet an old friend?
I believe I greeted you with a pleasant view. Now tell me what brings you here.
Let's interrogate her first. What are you doing in Velen?
So, bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar? Murderers scouring the north from end to end, burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
Hi, Velen.
Picked a strange place to hide.
I didn't pick anything. In the north, Radovid's men hunt sorceresses like fish in a barrel. Nilfgaard controls the south. Where was I to flee?
Emperor does keep mages on a short leash, but he lets them live and ply their trade.
Radovid and Emma differ in every respect except one. They share a deep hatred of the Lodge of Sorceresses. And I was a member.
So, do you like playing the village witch?
So how's it feel to be the village witch?
Horrid.
No joy in having the boundless respect and trust of the local peasantry?
They'd respect anyone who could produce hemorrhoid cream.
Been here a while, haven't you?
Long enough for rot to set in. You cannot possibly imagine how much I detest this place.
Well, back to the topic at hand.
Changing the subject.
Any word from the other sorceresses of the lodge?
Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
Looking for a certain young woman.
I'm looking for a certain young woman.
Oh, really? Who?
Yeah, let's be a bit circumspect. Someone who quarreled with a witch.
Apparently she quarreled with the local witch.
Someone's been feeding you horse shit. The girls around here are too stupid to quarrel with me.
She's not from here.
You're up to something, Geralt. If I'm to help you, you must tell me what's going on. Who are you looking for?
Ciri.
Ciri? Well, now I understand the secrecy, not to mention the brooding, the furled brow. And you say she had some sort of problem with a witch?
So you haven't seen her?
I'm certain I haven't. But recently someone asked me about an ashen-haired woman. He claimed she would stand out from the peasant crowd.
Who did this asking?
Who was it?
Not so fast, Geralt. No humble plea, no offering for the witch.
She's gonna get mad if I say if she doesn't eggs good enough. How about my gratitude?
My undying gratitude. Good enough.
It's nothing to sneeze at, but you've a knack for getting into trouble. I should probably ask for something more immediately deliverable. Oh, sod it, don't give me that look. I know it's Ciri we're talking about. It was an elf, this individual who asked about Cirilla. No flea-bitten Scoia'tael slob either, but an elven mage.
What was he doing in Velen?
What was an elven mage doing in Velen?
Well, I tried to ask him, of course, about everything.
Of course.
Oh, but you know how elves are. He asked many more questions than he answered.
What was his name?
He say what his name was?
He didn't. And he wore a mask. Very secretive all around, but I liked him. He was intelligent and composed.
He say what he wanted with Ciri?
Only that they were to meet in Velen. He wished to know if she'd arrived before he did.
He leave any kind of message for her?
He leave any message for her?
No, but he asked that were I to meet her, I should lead her to him.
So you know where to find him?
Yes, he said he found a hideout in some elven ruins near the village of Midcops. I'll go there with you.
Why? Think I'll have trouble finding this place?
I've unfinished business with this elf. He promised me something, but he never delivered it. Besides, I know you think as I do.
Gonna need to learn
she
to
might be there.
lure out rabbits now,
And
too.
I'd like to see Cirilla too.
Yeah, let's go. What the heck?
Let's go then.
Yes, let's.
I think I got a level.
This is the place.
Been here before?
No. I was hoping the elf would return as he'd promised, or else his waif would appear. At any rate, I've no idea what to expect from this place.
Well, let's find out.
But before we do... Oh, I thought I got a character. I thought I got a level. Apparently I didn't. Could have sworn that I did, though. Listen, before I go in
Come
there,
on!
Kira darling, I'm gonna go up here because I think there's loot. Enhanced cursed oil.
Gavella Glan.
The Wild Hunt.
What? Phantom Riders? That means... I thought they didn't exist.
Feast your eyes on the non-existent then. Got a navigator with them.
What?
Can you teleport us to the other side?
I'd rather teleport us home. Do you really mean to follow them?
Teleport. Hurry up.
Not sure I like any of this.
Damn portals.
Inventory. I saw that drowner. I'm gonna put some more necrophage oil on here. Must get rid of the stars. Ooh, blinders. I meant to get some of those.
Wonder where Kira is now. Man, I killed that one drowner so far in, I don't get his treasure, his loot. Sad. Under the water. Under the sea.
Under the sea. Here? Nope. Okay, 2 ways we can go. The arrow says this way, so let's try this way first. Stole that man's olive. I saw something on the other side of that wall. Put some more necrophage oil back on this. And let's eat that man's olive. Gwent, not Iggy. Is it Ard? So that appears to be the correct way to go. Let's go back the other way. Let's see where it leads. So I looted that. Be that way. I'll use Iggy to turn me on. That sounded way dirtier than it needed to be. Well, also the correct way. It won't let me light torches. Something tells me that's a good thing. Wow, look at that swamp gas over there. If I was to go like this... Yeah. Let's switch to art, shall we? Oh, yeah, this is where I would have come in the other way.
Kira!
There's something nasty down there. And what I wouldn't give for some cat. Let's head over to the nasty thing.
Ah! Geralt! Geralt, do something! Use a sign or your bombs, anything!
Stay calm. They're only rats.
I hate... Get them all! Ah! Do you know the diseases they spread?
Funny thing about these rats is they
Disgusting.
they scale up, right? Because they're an enemy. So one of their nests. Come here. So these rats actually are quite dangerous because they do scale up. There's going to come a point later in the game we're going to be like level 20 and we're going to be fighting rats again.
Ah! Geralt! Get them all! Ah!
And the rats are going to do
You that
a lot of
afraid of
damage.
rats? Could have annihilated them with one spell. Fine, won't say anything. So what happened to you?
There's something here. Something that distorts teleportation. I've no idea how they managed to get to the other side problem-free.
Wild Hunt's teleportation magic is different. Got specially trained mages for that. Navigators, they call them.
They can have 3 helmsmen and a parrot for all I care. I'll not risk that again.
Let's go. Wild Hunt got a good head start on us, but we still stand a chance.
Have you gone completely mad? We must leave here at once.
Need need to find out what the hunt's doing here.
I gotta know what the Wild Hunt's doing here.
But we came to find the elven mage, not fight the hunt.
If they reach him first, we won't get a chance to talk to him. Besides...
Go on, finish. Wait, you've got some special interest in the hunt. Is this about Ciri? There's something you've not told me, isn't there?
Come with me and maybe I will.
Are you always like this? I'm beginning to feel sorry for Triss and Yen.
Oh, very well. Let's go. Gavella Glan.
Larena Lune. Edna. Sevate Larena Lune.
That's him! That's the elf!
Arvek va Ledi.
What was that? An illusion?
No, a morphotic projection.
A what projection?
A what projection?
Something akin to a postbox for mages. Much safer than an ordinary letter, which anyone can intercept en route to its recipient.
It was a message for Ciri.
Message was definitely for Ciri, daughter of the Gull, Lara Doran's heir.
Indeed. It is what the elves would title Ciri. But what was the bit about the sign of her sword? A riddle?
Yeah, not a hard one though. Not if you know Ciri named her sword Tirel, Swallow.
Come now. Who aside from you would know that?
Might have been the point. Your elven mage secured the passage, hid it, so that only Ciri could find it.
He failed to foresee that someone like you would show up.
Nevertheless, I think he was expecting uninvited guests. Made some preparations. Let's hope the Wild Hunt ran into some obstacles.
Well then, let's go. Do you think following the swallows will suffice?
We'll see.
I got enough mushrooms, let's keep going. But you can never have too much loot. I looted some pepper from that man. I'll take some mushrooms on that. They're in my way.
An old elven port.
Must have been how they got here by sea.
I wonder how long ago that was.
Careful. That oily yellow vapor, it's toxic.
I hardly need instruction from you. I recognized the Vulpine Morel immediately.
Oh dear.
Vesemir told me that soon after he'd learned to cast Igni, he tried it out on a patch of these mushrooms.
Terrible idea. What happened?
Well, he survived. And wounds heal awfully quick on young witchers. Come on.
I'm going to have to meditate for an hour. I need that swallow. I'm just not good enough at combat yet. Have to go back for the loot. Okay. This is as good a way of it as any.
the water.
Refreshing. I don't know what you're missing.
I saw loot down here. Now, I know this isn't the right way, but it's the loot way. Not even gonna lie, I usually have cat potion by this point, so I can actually see what I'm doing. I dare not light a torch, because if I do, it'll set off swamp gas. I know it. Kira. Let's just save, because I'm certain I'm going to wind up killing myself somewhere in here. I see loot. So many oils, so many concoctions, so many diagrams, so much swamp gas. Pretty sure this is where I went before. Okay. Not lost. Just because it's a cave doesn't mean I'm lost.
Swallow. Seems the right way.
Since we're headed the right way, let's try saving again. Because I'm paranoid. So much pepper on all these corpses.
Look, it's rather similar to that other pillar with the projection.
I know there has to be secret stuff around here somewhere.
Sirel, ni fordo sol eser. Hey, sila kelpi.
Kelpie? Does he mean that sea monster?
No, that's what Ciri named her mare. Horse could apparently gallop like a demon.
Good name for a horse. So, shall we look for it?
I know there's a secret in here somewhere. There has to be. Look at this room.
I wonder what all this means. They look hastily scribbled on with lime.
Looks like a dog, not a horse. Maybe down here.
Drawing of a horse. Clue for Ciri. Must be.
And a clue for Ciri and loot for Geralt. Such interesting watching. Pitch black. There we go.
Kelpie. Another horse. Almost exactly like the last one. Let's see what this does.
Come back here.
Look, they're opening! Let's go.
Well, now I know what distorted my effort at teleportation. This very portal.
And I know why I landed in that drowner nest.
You should be pleased you emerged from the portal in one piece.
And everyone still wonders why I hate to be teleported.
We must try to activate it.
I think that's a... swallow. Sure it's safe.
Of course. Gavella Glan.
Is that bad?
A bit like the calm before a storm. I've a bad feeling about this.
Tyrael not recognized. Intruders.
Destroy your troops.
Perish!
Great.
That hurt.
Show me what you got.
Dodge golem. Dodge the wild
Vela Glan. And that would be that. I knew we'd met.
That's so? Make sure and tell me beforehand next time.
My intuition's a fine instrument, Witcher. Don't underestimate it. I've some very feelings about...
so much.
Once you finally find Ciri, what will you do? Any plans?
Depends what she wants.
What will she say? What will she look like?
No.
I'm sorry for getting ahead of myself. At times I forget. We hardly know each other. Certainly not enough to discuss personal matters.
Not to worry. We'll get there.
So, 2 ways to go. Let's try this way. The loot way.
Uh-oh.
What? Got that feeling again?
And more.
I wonder if I've got anything for gargoyles. Trapper's boots, assassin's trousers, tracker's nothing decent. Let's see. First clear up all. Yes. Still waiting for a red mutagen so I can have extra attack power. Let's see. Beast Oil, no. Necrophage, no. Spectre, no. Cursed, no. Hangman's, no. Hybrid, no. Now, can we craft anything? Craft Black Blood. That's good for vampires, but not this. Ooh, we can craft 3 different oils. Elementia oil. Yes, please. Ogrid oil. Vampire oil. Black Blood. Different type of bomb. Dancing Star. Still need saltpeter and optimum matter to do that. Okay, so Elementia oil should probably be the best for those. Salmon, no. Dragon Stream, no. Grape Shot. Grape Shot's probably the best bomb I've got for this.
Let's go. Gavella Glan.
Yeah, go and all, but you know, loot. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do, so I can actually see things. Like loot things. Well, before we go anywhere, actually, let's wait an hour while I get my potions and stuff refreshed. So this should be the way to go.
I teleport over there.
We must activate it quickly. I have a feeling another golem's about to surprise us.
So I know where I've been.
Another swallow.
Look, we've managed to cross the bridge. This is where we saw the wild hunt.
Great. Means they're way ahead of us. Come on.
Gavella Glan.
Wild hunt. Definitely.
They destroyed the Major's sentries.
Meaning you ever thought they might have?
Why not examine it? Loot. Hunting gods. Chest had a bottle of water in it, and that's it. Wow.
Froze them before they could attack.
Shut up! F.A.Q. Jabba doin nilin yama. Red!
Oh joy. Whenever in a game you'll fight the creature that is the title of the game, you know that's not good, and I'm still only level 5.
The white frost. Mage from the hunt summoned it. Can you seal those cracks it's blowing through?
They're too far! We must get closer. I shall shield us with Demetia Crest's surge. Stand at my side.
In other words, stay close to her. Let's see. East oil. Yes. Hybrid elemental oil. Just in case there's something elemental that comes through there. Have some dried fruit. Get ready for this fight.
Dari and Annoy! Ready. Stay close. Hey, Nicola! We must close them!
Want me to go?
I'll do it! Just cover me!
Hounds of the Wild Hunters. Huh? See how it looks like. Really don't want to be outside the field.
Angal Scamina! I begin to think we might make it.
Loot the Hound's Lake right now. Gotta not die.
Hey, Nicola! Angal Scamina!
Spent way too much time outside the machine. Well, I mean, you're gonna give me a perfect opportunity. Of course I will.
Hey, Nicola! It worked! Dari and Annoy!
Kira! What's wrong?
It'll pass. That took a great deal of power.
Just don't faint on me.
Just don't faint on me.
Now, in your firm embrace, not a new life.
Love to be able to say we could stay here a while and rest.
I know. We must go on.
Well, speaking of rest, I'm going to meditate
They
for an
blocked
hour.
the passage. Maybe I can try.
And actually, I think that's a really good place for us to rest. So, let me just say thank you to all my patrons. You're the type of people that make this possible. You guys all rock. And we'll continue this next time. On The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt with Kop. We'll see you then. Peace. Kop out.